Hey, Mike here. I'm doing a quick little review about the Serman Brands 2.0 RFID blocking wallet. This one's the melted chocolate with bronze interior, and this was designed in California and manufactured in China. I'll link down below about this if you are interested. It comes in this little case when you get it. I've been using it almost a whole month now, and I really liked a lot of things about this. One of them was RFID wallet blocking, so that your RFID cards can't be snooped and taken out without someone actually physically removing it from the RFID protection section here. This is also a feature that I like on my main wallet, which is the one where you just slide it right out and the cards come right out. That's very handy to have. So that's something that I also like very much. They've also added a different section for your favorite card or one of your most used cards where you can just slide out direct from here. And that is also a really neat feature. So that does pretty well. Slide that right out. And then they also have, to show off your ID, they have an ID pouch right over here, and you can slide that out just by sticking your thumb in there and sliding it up. Oftentimes they don't need to show my ID a lot nowadays, especially when you go out, but sometimes they do need to see it, so it's nice to show that. So in general, what I would probably do is when I go into Costco is, you got to show your ID when you go into membership, is just keep it like that, and usually that's enough for them to go ahead and see, just like that. All right, so it's very useful little wallet. It's got a slot here for your cash, which is nice. This is where I throw in my cash and my receipts. And then there's a couple more slots over here for your other cards. Now the thicker cards or the embossed cards obviously limit how many cards you can fit in the main card slot here. And for certain cards, such as the Apple card, I don't even know exactly why I carry this around everywhere, but I mean, it's nice to have, but frankly, I never use it because if you're going to be using Apple Pay, you're going to be using it off of your watch or your phone anyway. But I still keep in there. There's a slot, and it fits well in there. So that's a pretty good spot to fit your less frequently used cards or cards that are a little bit more secure. So there's two different pockets and sections over here. Behind this, you can actually stick another card back there if you want to. I don't. I think I carry enough cards in here, even though I don't really use them much, since some places, I use contactless payment. That's usually the way, or the best way to do it. And having more cards is not necessarily better when some of them can overlap, right? Okay. So those are some of the things I really like. This is real leather. It wore okay. And I just went over some of the main headlining features on here. It's got really slight small branding on here, which, it's okay. But the one thing that I come up with is that there's a bit of fit and finish issues with this. The stitching is generally okay all around. This part is a little bit chintzy. I suppose you can improve this just a little bit. But that's still okay. But take a look at this. Look, you see this closely right here? I'm going to see if I can try to zoom in a little bit closer here. And you see that? There's these little bits and pieces in the stitching right here. You see, these are bumps of something. I don't know what, but they're here. That bugs me a little bit. Okay, so there's that throughout that one section of the wallet. See that? Why is that there? It's not even braille or anything. There's no method or reason to it, and you can't really get rid of those. So that's one thing. The other thing is this section here where the cards slot in and out. Okay, there I found that sometimes I can't push it back in. So that's happened a lot, and it's kind of embarrassing because when you slot out the cards and you want to stick them back in and secure them, it wasn't slotting in. And I found that there's two minor stitching problems inside which affect the whole issue, and it's probably not going to show in this video. But over here you got this is the RFID lining that blocks RFID from going in and out. So if you want to secure your card, this is exactly where you put it. But inside, when I stick it in there, there's the two sections. It should be straight, right? In the stitching in the pocket should be completely straight, so it's smooth and out. But they actually, it's either mismatched or some issue with stitching where it's narrower in the middle, and for whatever reason it's not smooth. So sometimes when I stick my card in there, I can't get it to go down no matter what I do. Like this is what I end up happening to do. See that? It doesn't necessarily go in right. But after I figured out that it has to be perfectly aligned in the middle of the case, then it slides in and out okay. So that part was a little bit messed up for me, the stitching there. All right, third thing. This is where we put my cash, right? Here's the problem. Cash, well, this cash has been a little bit floppy, but for whatever reason, on bills that are newer, I have a hard time sticking them in there and keeping it without sticking out a little bit. So sometimes when I slot my bills in, it ends up looking like this, and it's hard to get it just right in here. I haven't had this issue in a while, mostly probably as a result of this guy being really designed to be a little bit more compact and supposedly more minimalist, that they really reduced the dimensions of where your bills kind of fit here. So the dimensions here wise are smaller than, I guess, your old school wallets, and because of that, your money, or at least your cash, doesn't always fit really well without fuddling and fussing with it. And that's definitely not something that I want to do when I'm out in an ATM. I want to just kind of throw the cash in there and hide it so that someone behind me doesn't see how much cash I might be sticking in or taking out of there. So I think the cash management's a little bit off too. Luckily, I don't use cash too much when I can help it, except that, you know, around here, I'm in an Asian area in San Gabriel Valley, and a lot of places are only cash only, so I'm still required to carry around cash. So that still fits. This is going to be a problem if I try to use the wallet overseas, where, you know, the size of the bill is a little bit different, but, you know, even then, you'll probably want to get a separate special wallet for something like that. But overall, I mean, for $30, it's really not bad. If you can get over some of those minor things, it seems to wear pretty well. It's real leather. These markings were something that got created throughout my wearing, I guess, maybe because I put some keys in there. And, you know, that's going to happen pretty much with any wallet. So, yeah, not bad. Not bad, I gotta say. Still, because of the issue with the wallet, with this coming in and out, I'm hoping that this is supposed to be smooth like this all the time. I'm hoping maybe if I get a replacement, that this will remain always smooth and not have that problem. I gotta push it in right in the middle and then it goes in. If I push it in on the side or somehow, or I'm just not doing well with it, it doesn't slide in very well. And you know, this does bug me a little bit, this right here. These are certain weird little imperfections that makes me wonder what kind of dirty trash got stuck in between the pieces of leather in here that caused it to be that way. What is that? All right, so that's it for this quick little review of the Serman Brands wallet. This is Serman Brands 2.0 RFID blocking wallet. It combines a lot of the cool features that I like on some of the other minimalist, smaller carry wallets at a nice, reasonable, cheap price. And at the same time, really being able to carry a whole lot of stuff in there. All right, that's it for this video. Please do like, subscribe for more. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next one.